A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Seattle Seahawks. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Well, this defense for the Seahawks very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. A big play there for Minnesota.
The defense, they weren't fooled on that post route. They just couldn't make the play.
And the offense definitely tried to fool them because you saw the other route combinations, didn't you? Anything that they were running trying to draw attention away from the deep part of the field, but still had it covered, yet they were able to come up with a nice play.
Sanders, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Miles Sanders, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
Fields this way up at the 17.
Good running from Barkley there on 1st down as he'll get forward for about 6 yards. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And he's got some space here. Touchdown, Seattle. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. So jumping from his free safety spot.
That tells you how aggressive they are on defense, doesn't it? They get everyone involved. He was a little too fast on that play.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Brady now on first down.
Fighting Hilton on his slant.
Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And the Seahawks have recovered.
A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for a first.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
Barkley will take this into the end zone for a Seahawk touchdown. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter, and he's got both of them.
Well, he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that makes the score 14-7. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack. Throwing on 2nd and long. Brady. And the catch made by Hilton.
But defensively here, Charles, I'd have to imagine coming up with a game plan to stop Tom Brady. Many have tried. Few have succeeded. But what do you see as their best course of action?
Well, besides stating the obvious, which is having great guys who can cover, and we know.
And got his man complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Terry McLaurin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. PAT up and good by Rosas.
And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Taken at the 15, a short kick.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Allen. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. To throw. Got a man, it's Schwartz, complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Allen off the play fake. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. And again, it's Allen. Got an open man, it's Schwartz. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 28. These two teams all tied after 1. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Allen. And this is caught by Watkins. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rush will just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And the Vikings are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows the defense to tighten up their coverage, and they picked that one off.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Sanders here as they run out of the gun, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Brady. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. On play action, it's Brady. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Second and 10.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
On play action. Now Brady.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Tre'Davious White with a pick.
And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 41.
Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time. And you've got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Allen again here on 2nd and 10.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by J.C. Jackson.
And the Vikings are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They start on the ground here at Sanders. Sanders has the first down and much more. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Brady. And that's going to be incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Running right, here's Sanders. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Throwing is Brady on third down. Here's a diving catch right side. And he's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Terry McLaurin with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Vikings are going to take the lead. Rosas good with the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. That catch good for only a couple. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Allen. And one more time, that's Watkins. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now Allen. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Anthony Schwartz, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Butker is on target. And we are tied here in the second quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway as they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining. On first down, Brady. Caught left side by Hilton. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. From the 27, Brady. And that's incomplete. Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw is Brady. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. Rolling to his right. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Anthony Schwartz in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point by Butker is on target, and they will take a 7-point lead. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, not much time, we'll see how they play this. Now a play fake. Brady. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. The final shot before half for Brady. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Second down and 8. Allen going to throw. Open man here, Schwartz, complete. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. It's a big play there for Seattle.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact. On first down, Allen. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Quez Watkins, his second touchdown on the season. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Play action. Now it's Brady. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Brady not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it here on 4th. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. He's letting this one go for Fuller. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Will Fuller, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have made this now a 1-score game. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape. Up past the 30. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll go to Barkley again. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now Allen. He finds his man, complete. That's Watkins. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Allen now on 1st down. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. A big play there on the catch and run.
You get a rookie tight end who can run like this, it just gives this offense a different dimension than they've had. It's going to be fun to watch his development and how this offense expands as this season moves along. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Flush to his right. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Anthony Schwartz there to make the grab. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows?
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play that time through the air. 39 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders fighting through. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. We've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on 1st down is Brady. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
2nd and 21. A lot of ground to cover.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Brady, he completes this one to Terry McLaurin. The Vikings on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice.
Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Will Fuller with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Vikings have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Rosas good with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
A short kick taken at the 18.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
Here's Allen to throw it. He finds his man, complete. That's Watkins. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
On play action, Allen. Going deep here for Watkins. That's caught inside the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Quez Watkins, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would because...
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Here's Brady to throw. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Fletcher Cox, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. The Vikings on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Throwing now is Brady. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Terry McLaurin, 76 yards. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. PAT up and good by Rosas. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. A short kick taken at the 18. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and then, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here. I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And some room to roam now. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Vikings' 27-yard line. 135 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll run on first down. Barkley. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. On 1st down, Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Saquon Barkley running right. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 13 yards on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. To throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
All I know, partners, that with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control. And yet they find a way to cough it up.
Yeah, the 2-score game opportunity eludes them, and now a chance for the other side to come back here.
Yeah, that means defense has to go out there and make some plays themselves. So we call sudden change.
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted.
Picked off by the rookie Eric Stokes. And the Seahawks are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game.
Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last.